Since I have actually now finished this anime, I have a lot of problems, but a lot of, with it, but a lot of things with it that are really good. I mean, to be honest, I really love this anime. No kidding. Because, if you know me, my favorite genre out of anime would probably be horror. But this particular anime was kind of different with horror in a way because it was more like sci-fi and it took place in a jail. Yeah, those are kind of like small reasons, but this anime was really unique in its own ways. So now I think we should probably get on to the review. But really, this was a really great anime. So, this time I'm not going to read the story because, well, this anime was really interesting, but instead I'm not going to read the story like I usually do. This time I'm just going to say what it is about by my own summary, basically. So what it's about is a whole classroom of kids that Gonta is in class with gets slaughtered, and he is the only survivor of that classroom. He gets blamed for it, which he didn't even do, and he has to go to Deadman Wonderland. Which I think that's kind of stupid that he has to go to jail if he's the only survivor, because he gets blamed for it, so that's kind of silly. Well, there would be no story progression if that were to happen. So, when he gets there, there's like death matches called Carnival Corpse, and he has to face different people during them. Even though in the series there was about 2 or 3 with him in it. Yeah. But then it's not just about that. They like all the characters on there, except for Shiro, like most of the characters I'm talking about, if they cut themselves, then they can control their blood, and it's used as the branch, and it's called the Branch of Sin. And they could use that to fight during those death matches. So, yeah. It's kind of gory, though, even if they can control their blood. It's not because of that, though. It's actually because they can, like, cut people with their blood and make them bleed. Yeah. I'm not trying to say that as a bad thing, but it's actually a really good thing. It's actually kind of cool. Like, the animation with the blood, like the Branch of Sin, it's really good. But I'm getting off topic of the story, which is just about to end right now. My opinion on the characters was probably, like, what my opinion would be is really good. I don't know how to say it, but the characters are probably one of the best parts of the series. Even though the story is too. The story is really good, but the characters are even better than the story. Which I'm about to explain the characters. So, basically, it's, like, all kinds of characters that are only in the jail, it seems. Okay. So, there's Igarashi. And he's the main character of the show. There's nothing really special about him because he can be kind of a wuss. But when he really feels like it, he can actually man up and go and try to kill someone if he can. Not really kill, just like he can man up when he wants to. Then there's Shiro. Shiro was actually like really energetic, but she has kind of a split personality, kind of like Lucy on Elfen Lied. Except with Shiro, she doesn't really slaughter as much as it seems. Because Shiro was probably one of the best characters though, even though she could be kind of creepy from that. Then there is Yo Takami. Yo is there's nothing really that special about him. But he was a really good character. Then there is tons of other characters. Like Machina. I did not really like Machina that much. She was just she kind of made me mad throughout the series. I didn't like her that much. I mean, yeah, she's supposed to be kind of like how do I put this? Kind of messed up as a character. Like, not really like psycho, but well, you might know what I mean if you watch the series or if you have. Anyways, then there's a character named Mimi who I'm just like reading off characters who was, if I remember correctly, I think she was Ganta's friend in school or something like that. Then there is tons and tons of other characters. It had a big cast, but a lot of these characters were really good. But and I said that Machina wasn't a good character. Well, there's another character on here that I just didn't really like. He just was. I really did not like this character. Tamaki is his name. No, not Tamaki off of Oran High School Host Club. Tamaki on here. Like on this anime. I did not like him. I can't name all the characters because that'd be kind of like crazy because of how many there are. So, yeah. First off, I'll talk about the music and animation at the same time. With the opening. The opening was actually really good. But when I make my top 30 openings, which I have not made yet, as I just stated, well, it may or may not be on there. I liked the opening, but I saw a bunch of other openings that were a lot better. It was amazing, though. The opening was amazing. I will not lie, it was really good. But it did not, like, get onto the list, probably. You may see it as an honorable mention, but it didn't make it onto the list. If you know what I am saying. Anyways, so the ending was really good also. But streaming it on the computer, when I had to watch the Adult Swim version, it ruined both the opening and ending by its shortening things for commercials. Yeah. I like how Adult Swim shows Toonami and all that, but I don't like how they do the shortening down openings, because that just makes me mad sometimes. So yeah. But the animation, that was really cool. Like I stated earlier, the branch of sin, like how the blood was flying, it looked really good. Not as good as some other animation, like Attack on Titan and anything from Madhouse that isn't old. Or something from Gainax, or something like Kill la Kill, which was Trigger. Which surprised me that wasn't from Gainax. Anyways, it had really good animation and art. So, yeah, I really liked both of those things. Which, it actually gave a dark atmosphere sometimes with some of its animation. Especially Shiro's character design, which actually gave it a darker tone sometimes. Which sometimes it kind of creeped me out just from her character design. Yeah. Just her character design sometimes creeped me out. So, basically, the good is the animation, the characters, the story, and the creepiness. The bad, Tamaki, Machina, and some other parts of this anime. Otherwise, it would have probably been one of my favorites. It probably would have made it to my top 5, but it didn't, sadly. But it is really good. I will pretty much suggest it. I would really recommend it, but it shouldn't be a first horror anime if you haven't seen one. Which, if you haven't seen a horror anime, you are not an otaku. But my rating for this would probably be an 8 out of 10. But you may find some other animes that are really good that possibly have a similar story. One that I would suggest that if Deadman Wonderland isn't really for you, I'd probably say that you should probably go watch The Future Diary. But that concludes my review for Deadman Wonderland. Bye.